Hey there, y'all, and welcome to today's Daily Down and Dirty. My name is Fairlight. Welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. All right, y'all, so it's kind of a short message today, but that's all that wanted to come out. And I feel like the theme is keys to fruition. So we're using the William Blake deck. We've got this fruition card here, which is the Nine of Pentacles. It's interesting because normally the Nine of Pentacles is, well, it's all about fruition. It's about abundance. It's about independence. What I love about this William Blake deck is that there's actually a couple here. And so, what do I want to say about that? And they're very like intertwined. It's a really sweet card. Normally, again, though, it just has to do with independence and abundance. There's something about the couple being in the middle of the flower, though, that it just does kind of feel like a deeper fruition of connectedness. And so this can be about your abundance. This can be about establishing a deeper, result in a relationship, if that's what it feels for you, whatever sparks your fancy, but anyway, the keys to fruition. So only 3 cards came out. This is like the main theme. It like landed right in my lap. And then next to that, this one came out upright. It is the 6 of Wands, 6 of Poetry. Normally that's associated with victory. They call it cooperation. And I want to read the poems on here and then just kind of wax philosophical about the poems, if I may. So this one says, gods are visions of the eternal attributes or divine names. They ought to be the servants and not the masters of man. Cooperating in the bliss of man, obeying his will, servants to the infinite and eternal of the human form. So it's like recognizing that we don't have to be in fear and obedience of God or the gods. It's more about letting our will be known, letting our, and then asking for divine cooperation with those things. And again, it feels like whatever you're trying to bring to fruition, and this can be about whatever seeds you're planting for your reality, whatever this is about. Again, this cooperation, it just feels like a very connecting kind of energy. But then the other card that we have is the 5 of Wands reversed. And it's so interesting because it's sort of like this message, only it's so dire. And in this one, it's called strife. So isn't it interesting? The 5 is strife. The 6 is cooperation. And this one is reversed. And so the poem on this, or, the saying is, thou art a man, God is no more. Thy own humanity learn to adore. For that is my spirit of life. Awake, arise to spiritual strife. And so that's reversed. I really like the other one better. So kind of, I feel like the message is in divine cooperation is how we achieve and receive our abundance, the fruition of the seeds that we planted. So like in a garden, when you're planting those seeds, because I always talk about that with the Nine of Pentacles anyway. It's about the woman. Normally there's a woman on the card and she's in this abundant garden, and the point is that she chose that plot of land. She made sure the soil was fertile. She chose those seeds with intention. She nurtured them. She nourished them. She pulled the weeds being toxic thoughts, toxic beliefs, toxic people. None of that belongs in your garden. And she, cultivated it into the fruition of the abundant fruit that bears forth, whatever. And so it kind of just feels like, I feel like the big lesson of it, the keys to fruition is this. How do I even want to say it? When we're planting our seeds of life, we're just having a lesson today. When we're planting our seeds of life, inevitably there's going to be things that go right and there's going to be things that go wrong. And if we could look to it, I wish I could recall another quote that I saw today from Nietzsche about loving the hand that you're dealt, loving the life that you're living regardless of what happens, and recognizing that no matter what unfolds, it's for you to flourish, it's for you to grow. And so in cultivating the seeds that we've planted, inevitably there will be things that go right and there will be things that go wrong. And it's really about where you choose to put your focus. What is your attitude? If you have an attitude of like, we're alone in this world and it's all strife and this misery of being a human, which part of the human condition is to have that attitude. Sometimes I think we all go through it. But if we could also just cultivate an attitude of there are these divine expressions, these divine beings, if you will. There is divinity and we can call upon them for help. And whatever shows up, if we can just be grateful, it reminds me of Bashar talking about, cultivating an attitude of no matter what happens, things are always working out for me. And even if it seems like it's a big challenge, something we wouldn't prefer, if we can just align to it and say, this is working out for me somehow, some way, this is the best thing that could happen. I don't see it clearly now, but I trust. And when you attune yourself, I have a little podcast YouTube show called Tune Your String with my friend Murph, and it's all about that, attuning yourself, tune your string, attuning yourself into that highest vibrational frequency so that you trust and you align to everything is always working out. And so when you align yourself and attune yourself to these gods or these attributes and trust that they are here to be of service to you, then you can open up and receive and allow things to flow. You just got to see it. Maybe you're at a point where you don't see how it's all working out, but if you trust and you attune to the energy that it's all working out, flow with it, and eventually you will manifest the outcome where everything is always working out. So that is the reading for today. And that's all I have for today. Peace and love until next time.